Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Cup Night voting stream. My name is Shane, and if you're watching this recorded, thank you. That's really cool. And otherwise, doesn't look like anybody's here with me right now, but I'm going to do my thing, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's interesting doing these live streams, these coding live streams, because it makes me feel like there are somebody could be watching me at any moment, which is kind of interesting. I thought it would be a bit nerve-wracking, but it actually kind of makes me feel, even when nobody's there, like right now, it makes me feel like there is a community there. That probably sounds a bit delusional, but it is the truth, and I just want to be honest. So yeah, it's kind of, I like doing this. That's what I'm trying to say. I like doing it. It feels like I'm sharing a part of myself with everyone. So we are burning through these tasks. I added another one here, reshuffle the shuffled cards object. I think that one's going to be really easy to integrate as well. And we might just start off with that one because I think this will take maybe 5 minutes to implement. So yeah, we're going to do this one first. And then I was thinking to do this one actually needs to be done before this allow user to rearrange order of cards on the table. Excuse me. Because we need images to move around, right? Because right now it's just text. We could move the text around, but that's not quite as fun. So what I'm going to do is this one, and then I'll start working on this add images to the tarot cards section. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens there. So what did I put in here? Allow user to trigger a reshuffle of the shuffled card, right? Yeah. So what I think I'm going to do is just add a button up here next to the single draw that says reshuffle deck, or just shuffle deck. Yeah, because if we're shuffling the deck, then that's reshuffling it, right? So shuffle deck. So, and then that button will trigger the function which populates the shuffled cards object we have, and then yeah, that's it. That's all you really need to do. So easy peasy, right? All right, so let's see. We're going to switch back over to the Kitty terminal. And let's looky here. The first button we have is up here inside this div. Now, these objects are stacking currently, and what I would like is for these two buttons to be right next to each other. So I'm going to add another div in between and then we're going to shift that over a little bit. Whoops. Yep. Okay, then. There we go. So let's go back to the beginning here. Okay. And then we're just going to copy this button because we want all the styles and everything. And yeah, paste it here. Boom. Button. All right. So, but it's going to do something different inside. We are going to set the store.shuffled cards equal to what we do on the initiation here. Find a store, that's all the regular card. Yeah, here we go. So we just need to call shuffle alpine.store cards. Okay, yeah, easy. So here we go. We have a function, shuffle, and we need to pass in the cards object. So we do the magic store reference, store.cards, and And that is it. Honestly, that is, yeah. I told you it'd be super easy to do this. All right, and then we're going to delete that, and we're going to say shuffle deck. Save. I removed live.js because it was just a little too inconsistent for my taste, so I'm just going to have to manually refresh until I find another solution here. But look at that. We got the shuffle deck. How beautiful. Okay. So, yeah, if I click this, then it should... Let's see where we're at now. So the first card is the High Priestess, and the last card is the Three of Cups for the current deck. So if I shuffle it, all right, I should probably give some kind of feedback here once you click it, like deck shuffled or something like that. So now we should have a different, yeah, Nine of Swords at the first position, Hierophant at the last. So it worked. And that's it. That's all it took. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, but I do want to give some feedback. So what I would like it to do is I just kind of want it to like flash something, I feel like deck shuffled or like shuffled or shuffle complete right next to it. Something like that. Yeah, I think I like that. We got plenty of space inside this div here for something to go right next to it. So I think what we're going to do is go in here and we'll just put a p tag like that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to copy this one. And we're going to paste that and delete that. Yeah, there. Okay. And then we can get rid of all of this. There's actually an X, or here, I can do it on this line. This one probably won't be that long. An X show. And it can hide this while something is happening, right? So I only want this to show for a very short period of time. Maybe like 3 seconds. And what it's going to show is, you know what, we don't need X text here. We just need X show. Because I can just put what I want it to say inside. Say, shuffled. And I want it to one thing, I don't want this to be a block, I want it to be inline. I think you can just do inline block like that in Tailwind. We'll find out. Because I want it to be on the same line as the single draw shuffle deck buttons here. I don't want it to go underneath like this p tag. See if we inspect this. That p tag takes up the full width here because it's a block element. But I want it to stay on the same line here. So I'll do that. I think that's it. Inline block. You know what? Let's just to be sure, because otherwise, display block and inline. Yeah, inline block. That's what I want. You can see how this is on the same line. Alright. Now, we only want to show when something is true. So I'm gonna go up here and we're gonna make an xdata context up here like this. And we're gonna say show shuffled confirmation. And we're gonna set this to false by default. And that is going to be our trigger. So show shuffle confirmation. So when this is true, this will be visible. When it's false, it won't. And because we initialize it to false, if I go over here, let me make sure I'm on Firefox too. Yep, see how it's not visible? And then if I go back and I do true, then it should be visible. There it is. Oh, it added some margin. I need to take that margin off. Yeah, this does not need to have margin. Also, I don't think I necessarily want it to be bold or... Let's do like text medium and get rid of this boldness. Yeah, there we go. Shuffled. Just a simple little confirmation is all we want. All right, so we gotta put this back to false by default, and then all we need to do is when this button is clicked, we need to do set time out and then we want to do this little hash rocket function, and we say show shuffle confirmation equals true. Actually, wait, no, that's not what we want. We actually want it to be false. And we want this to be take 3 seconds to trigger. And then before this, we want to set show shuffle confirmation to true. Oops. True. Like that. There we go. Okay, so now when I click the button, it's invisible by default, it's visible, and then it's not. For like 3 seconds. There we go. Alright, I think that's a good enough confirmation, just, you know, a little thing. And we can consider this done. So I'm gonna check this into git add index all, and then we're gonna say implement shuffle deck button. Period. Okay. Cool. All right. So that is complete. We can move that over to the done pile there, and now we are going to do the images, add images to all tarot cards. All right, so there's a pretty cool tarot API that I found once upon a time, and that it had images for all the cards, like the Pamela Smith depictions from the Rider-Waite-Smith classic tarot deck. This one. Oh, whoops. You're over here. That one. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab the images from there. So say like Tarot API GitHub to be one of the first ones up here. Was it this one? I don't know. Structured Tarot API with card data interpretations and deck management. This one seems to be way more fully featured than the one I remember looking. A RESTful service that provides access to a structured database of classical tarot data, including decks, spreads, interpretations, and card metadata. Suitable for building tarot bots, educational tools, divination assistants, web mobile tarot clients. Full crud. Written in Go. Postgres, SQL. Swagger. Oh, I use Swagger. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It generates documents for you based on XML data, and might do it in other ways too. Docker Compose. Okay, using some Docker. Got some tests. Yeah, so this is a very fully fledged project, which is pretty cool. They've even got it containerized, which is cool. Oh, you know what? I could, yeah. That might be something I add to the list of things to do for this project is containerize it. Okay, so yeah, I wonder. I don't think this is the one that I had found before. But they might have the images in here. Internal? Utils? Maybe in the app section? No. I don't know. Let's see, do they have any PNGs? PNG? Response.go. JPEG? Peg? Image folder, maybe? Cardimage.go. See what's in here. Get card image by card ID. Ah, okay. Yeah, he has the images stored in the database. Okay, yeah. Or they do. Sorry, didn't mean to assume gender there. But yeah, this is not the one that I had found before. This might be it. Yeah, I think this is it. Card data. Okay, no images in there. Reaper. Okay, no, this one doesn't have images. I'm pretty sure the one I found before was written all in JavaScript. Was it this one? Hmm. This one does not appear to have images either. Oh, because I opened it in your chat. I was like, why is the history not here? That would be why. Can I sort these by language? Oh yeah, here we go. JavaScript. Generative tarot card. Interesting. That's definitely not it. We tried that one. A minimalist website for viewing tarot card readings. Maybe this was it. Oh, here we go. I think this was the one. Yeah, look at all those images. Beautiful. Alright, so yeah. What I would like to do is where's the I don't want the files, I just want this. I think I have to download the whole repository. I thought you could download just part of it. That's okay, I'll just do the zip. There we go! Alright, so let's open this. And the only thing I want is this. We're going to extract this to, let's do pictures. Yep. I'll just put it in there. And there we go. We have all of the pictures, looks like. And they're all pretty consistent in their images. Looks like all the tips. Okay, and yeah, did we get all the suits? Did I miss something? Oh, they did pinnacles first. Okay. Yeah, pinnacles, swords, wands, and where's cups? Are they up here? Oh, cups were okay before all the major arcana. Okay. I see. Alright, yeah, there we go. We got them all. So the only thing I need to do now is actually I just need to move that to in here. There we go. Okay. And let me put this back like that. And thank you very much for Seske? Say? Is that French? I don't know. However you say this, thank you. This repository is very cool. Thank you for having the images up there so I didn't have to go and hunt them all down and try to find or make copies of, mine. Very cool. Shout out to this repository. Oh, I just realized they have a link to it. I'm curious. They have a link to an app here. Start by typing the name of your card in the above search bar below. Okay. Alright, I'm feeling judgment. Judgment. Quick card to reverse. Self-evaluation, awakening, renewal, purpose, reflection, reckoning. Self-doubt, lack of self-awareness, failure to learn lessons, self-loathing. I wonder why the images aren't there. What's this? Oh, cool. Resurrection, Hebrew alphabet. 10 to 3,000. Oh, this is really cool. What is the main thing I need to realize about myself? In what way might the universe be trying to get my attention? If I were to reinvent myself, what would I become? Wow, this is nice. I wonder why the images aren't there. Let's see. Yes, no. 1, 2. Alright. Let's think of a question here. Will I find $5 on the ground tomorrow? I got the Hermit reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Let's see. Loneliness, recluse, rejection, isolation, being antisocial, returning to society. I think this is trying to tell me that I won't even leave the house tomorrow. And then the no, Queen of Pentacles reverse, selfish, jealous, greedy, gold digger, self-absorbed. Unkempt, insecure, materialistic, intolerant, envious. That's interesting. I mean, I wonder why these are links. Doesn't seem to do anything. Alright, I got kind of distracted by this, the implementation of this version. This is pretty cool. I like the way it's very, like, simplistic and, yeah, it doesn't seem like it was fully implemented, but they did get pretty far. Lots of spreads in here. Let's see. Ooh, let's do this one. Situation challenge. So, let's see. The current situation and the challenge. Situation is the 8 of Wands. Movement, progress, sudden changes, speed, quick decisions, and excitement. And the challenge is the Queen of Pentacles reversed again. Wow. Selfish, jealous, greedy, gold digger, self-absorbed, unkempt, insecure, materialistic, intolerant, envious. Wow. That's my challenge? Huh. Envious is what's standing out to me from this reading. My challenge. Must be an energy around. I'm not feeling. I mean, I have mad respect for this app. I'm definitely, like, it is a very cool app. I'm not jealous of it because I'm making my own. So, I don't know. This feels like an external energy here in the challenge. But yeah, situation, movement, and progress. Sudden changes. I wonder what's going to change. I adapt quickly to change. I guess this app is kind of like rapidly changing as we work on it. What would your response be to overwhelming sudden change? What changes are on your horizon? How well have you prepared for them? Whoa. I wonder if something's about to happen for me. And there's going to be a little bit of jealousy involved in it coming from others, maybe. I don't know. All right, let's keep looking around. Oh, this is cool. You can choose the font. Can I just like type whatever I want in here? It's kind of overwhelming. I don't even know what I would put in here. That's really cool. I bet it uses Google Fonts. I do remember one. Let's do Fira. Oh my god, it actually worked. Whoa, that's crazy. Huh. Wonder if I can do Times New Roman. Times New Roman. Yeah, it worked. It's falling back to monospace, but yeah. Let's see here. Oh, this is nice. Do blue. Whoa. Okay, yeah, with blue we're gonna need to change this. That's not very... Do like a dark purple. There we go. Kinda cool. I'm gonna do a lighter blue. There we go. Nice and calming. The foreground... Eh? Oh, nope. Eh? Oh, look at that. Okay, I like that. Show color themes. Oh, they did themes for all the different major arcana. That's so cool. Huh. Ooh, the moon. Wow. I love this minimal aesthetic they have going on here. This style is really cool. Colorize the fab icon. That's this little thing up here, and look, it changes. Huh. That's really cool. I'm gonna leave it on. Settings saved. Yeah. Heck yeah. Let's see what's in here. Tarot card meaning reference site with clean minimalist interface. You can also use the site to read full tarot spreads. Under construction. There are also customizable styling options with site. If you have any ideas for what could make this site better, please send me a message. I realized that I wanted a deck agnostic site where I could look up meanings very quickly. With so many different wildly varying decks available, I wanted to not force one specific type of artwork and instead let the user spend more time looking at their own deck. I love personalization. With such a simple color palette, it seemed obvious to try to include some customization of the site's colors that users can tweak to their own preference. Wow. Personally, I use the site every day. When I do my single card reading for the day, it helps me quickly jot down the rough meaning behind a card and can serve as a jumping off point for me to reference other resources. Find the site useful. I'd love to hear about your experience with it. Okay, yeah. Very good work. Sek? Front-end developer from Birmingham, UK. Oh, cool. Interested in creating beautiful things, acquiring niche knowledge, solving Rubik's Cubes, and amassing as much cute stationery as I can. My music on Spotify. Oh, they make music too. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, yeah, so definitely check this out. Hierophant.app. That's all you gotta put in is just Hierophant.app. This is pretty dope. I'm highly impressed. I'm curious about their website too. I bet it's awesome. Daniel James, front-end developer, Leeds UK. Current, alternative airlines, previously worked on. And more. Blog projects, email me. Wow, I love how simple this is. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. Just straightforward. Just like, this is what I'm doing currently. This is what I did. They got a blog. They've got their projects listed out on their... Oh, it just links to their GitHub. Okay, cool. I'm sorry, I'm just nerding out on this person's like personal stuff when I should be focusing on developing my own project. But yeah, this was the idea I was trying to go for my app. I wanted it to be dead simple, right? Like I'm not too focused on the styling right now. I'm just getting all the functionality that I wanted in there. Um, but yeah, theirs is like more focused on the like yeah, the meanings of the cards and then these spreads, which is pretty cool. I want mine to be more about actually doing a reading in the moment, like being able to drag the cards around on the screen, reshuffle the deck, and just do things like that, right? I would like to eventually be able to add like custom images for the cards as well. I have to figure out how that would work. I don't. I. It depends on if I ever host this or not, right? Because theirs is hosted. Mine is just in the local environment currently, but that could change quickly if I get it to a point where I'm like, yeah, other people could benefit from this. But I'd have to figure out a way to allow people to put in custom images without needing a database, because I wouldn't want to have to make like server calls for that. Maybe there's a way they could like store it on their local file system and the browser could access that somehow. I don't know. I have to do some research on that. But anyway, yeah, super impressed, Daniel James. Thank you so much. And also for putting the card images up there, even though you don't use them on yours, which is kind of funny. But yeah, this app is very cool. Very, very, very cool. Okay. So let's get back on track here. I've got my card images in the local file system for the project, and now I just need to reference them in. Oh, what happened? Did it close the? Oh yeah, I guess it did. All right, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna open this one again, and then just close that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so essentially right now all I have is their inherent numbers, and then the titles. So now I need to add a reference to the image for each one. And yeah, so we're gonna need this open so I'm just gonna leave the image names that they use because they're nice and simple. So we want to start with, it looks like for all the major arcana, it's just M01, or M00, M01, all the way up to M, M00 to M21. Right, easy, easy. I believe I can just, I'm going to do a test run of just the 4 right now, so we're going to say image, and then we're going to do dot slash cards slash, oh look at that, that's nice. I don't have to type on that. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. There we go. Alright, I've got my flat path in there for me. And if I want to display this, I need to allow, we'll start with the single draw, which is up here, right here. So this is the text. I want the image to be above that. So I'm going to do another, do div that, and then I'm going to move and strip it like that. Yeah. Great. And then here, I want image tag that course is going to be I need to reference the current Let me think. It would be basically the same thing that's happening here, right? Except I don't need. I think I can do this in a non-x dash attribute. So this just creates a link between. Okay, I see. Just for easy referencing. I remember that. Okay. That's not what I need though. I need. Node. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. What I need is to be able to reference the image property here. And I'm not sure that I can do that. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. So we're gonna say, well, really, I just need to base this, and yeah, get rid of this and set it to 9. And so title, we just need to see image. And then the alt would be kind of the same thing. This and oops, nope, backwards. There we go. Paste, but instead of that, we're going to do title again. That would be alt. And we'll have an alt, which would be the title. Bring that down so it's a little easier to see here. There we go. Okay. I don't think it's going to work. I'm not going to lie. Alright. We're just going to go for it, though. Yeah. See, this is the image alt text because, yeah. So I think what we're going to have to do is, for one, move the over. And for two, I'm going to have to set these properties through JavaScript. So we'll need a reference to this, which is we can do with extra. So I'm going to try something here. I'm going to do what I'm going to do is, because these click things can get pretty long if you have to do a lot of things in here. So I'm going to just like trigger a function in the index.js file and pass in this store object to it so that I can access it through there. I think that'll work. It should work. Let's see why not. It'll just make this look a little cleaner. And then I can keep all of my JavaScript logic in the JavaScript file, which would be nice. Eventually, I'm going to have to break this up, I think, into like componentize it, you know? Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's do that. So really the only thing this needs is a xref. And wow. Let's see, let's go all the way. Okay, it deleted it. I see. So yeah, I'm just gonna do like that and then give this an xref for easy reference, and we're gonna call this card image. Like that. So now I'm going to take all the logic that's here and move it into the JavaScript file. Like that, and then we'll just create a function called we're going to create a function called oh, you know what? That's the shuffle deck button. Undo. This is the one we want. Although I probably put that in its own function too, kind of componentize it. All right. So we'll take that. This is the single draw, so we'll say single draw. And then we're going to pass in the door reference like so. And then let me save that. And then we're going to move over here. And we'll do a function. And we'll draw. And we're going to say store. Like so. And then I'm going to just paste in what we had done before. And the only thing we need to do now is just get rid of the oh, I just realized we're not going to be able to access the single draw num reference here without also passing it in up here. Which I guess that's fine. I can just pass it in. There might be an easier way to do it, but for now, we'll just pass it in. All right, let me save that, go back over here, and then also pass in draw num. All right, and then I just want to make sure everything's still working as it was before. So let's go back to Firefox, refresh, and single draw. No. what we're going to do is console.log store and single draw num just to see what comes through. All right, there's the store. And it has cards and shuffled cards, so that's cool. So that's coming through. Single draw num does not appear to be coming through. Maybe because it's null? There we go. All right, let's try this again. Value is false. Yeah, it's null or undefined. That's why. I'm not passing. I'm passing the value, not the reference. How can I pass the reference? In JavaScript. How to pass a variable as a reference, not JavaScript. Does not let you pass primitives by reference, but you can get reference-like behavior by using objects arrays or by returning a new value and assigning it. Primitive values are always copied when passing a function, so changes inside the function do not affect the original variable. You can't pass a reference in JavaScript. Boo! I have to pass the whole object somehow. Is that possible? Let's see. In alpine.js. There we go. Ooh, here we go. Data magic to pass the whole component state into a function. Text data. Say hello, pass data. Data. Oh, that's amazing. Data evaluates the current X data scope by which the function receives a full reactive state. You can also pass a parent's data into a child or vice versa by passing money sign data from the relevant scope. Pass a parent's data into a child or vice versa. If say hello destructures its arguments, it can access properties from wherever the combined data object comes from. Yeah, when you need to call a global or external JS function and give it full access to component state. That's exactly what I'm doing. Thank you very much. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. All right, so yeah, I just need to pass money sign data. So we're going to change this to say data. And then we know that one's working. Get rid of that. And then this becomes data.singlenum equals sort of something like that. And then this becomes money sign data. I love these magic properties. It's so cool. All right. There we go. It's working. Yay! Oh, I love it. Okay, perfect, perfect. Now it's a little cleaner, see? So the click is only just this simple little function call instead of like massive lines of, yeah. And now we get the JavaScript syntax highlighting and everything instead of string, right? It's not interpreted as a string anymore. So I love that. Yeah, I think I'm going to componentize everything like that. This is the single draw button component. Yeah. So I think I want to do like a naming convention for these where the function is the right. It's like obvious it's a component function. So I'll probably do like comp single draw. Yeah, let's do that. Comp and then capital S single draw. And there we go. And then let's go back over here. Delete left. Comp single draw. There we go. Okay. So now that I have this reference here, what I can do is I need to access oh yeah, I have the xref stuff. So yeah, all I need to do here is get that reference card image. What was it? Is it money sign ref? Yeah, money sign refs. And then dot, yeah, okay. Yeah. So I just need to pass in the refs as well. There we go. And it's card image. Store data refs. Beautiful. All right. So then we do refs dot card image dot source equals, and then we do store dot shuffled cards at single draw known data dot single draw known dot image, like that. There we go. And then same thing, refs dot card image dot alt equals store dot shuffle cards data dot single draw known dot title. There we go. So now it should have a yeah. I'm gonna mark this up. So I'll say set the image source and alt text to the current single draw card, like that. And there we go. All right, beautiful. Okay, let's see. Go back here. This should display the image, hopefully. Nothing else I need to change here, so go in here, single draw, undefined, localhost undefined. Oh, this text is so tiny. Let's see. Request headers. You're trying to fetch the image. File undefined. I wonder if that's because I put the dot. Maybe it just needs flashcards /0, 0. Let's try that. Still undefined. Oh, it's because we only have the full. Yeah. So for now, I'm going to fudge this so we can do a test. So I'm gonna just comment that out, and then we're gonna say data dot single draw none equals 0. Oh, you know what? It's going from the shuffled cards. So actually, to test this, we're gonna need to do just the cards like that. That way we know we're getting the full as the 0 index every time. All right, so this is just for testing purposes. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Oh my god, it worked. It's funny, it says the hangman here, but yeah, it's because I didn't change the P tag to be using the cards yet. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, look, there's the image. Oh, beautiful. It needs to be way smaller than that. I love how like majestic and just like here I am. Like what a pleasing image to have. All right, so this needs to be way smaller. Obviously, we need to change the properties of this. So it has max width and height as auto, but we want to make this let's see if we did like 100 pixels. How big do we want this to be? Like 150? That looks pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. 150. All right. So we know this works. Now we just need to add in the image reference for all of the other cards. So we can change this back to the shuffled cards instead of the other one. Go, and then this can be uncommented. Save. All right, and then I want to, before I forget, just by default, make this. I believe you can do like this. In Tailwind, and it will generate a class for you where the width is 150. I believe that is how it works. Let's see. Well, yeah, we'll see eventually. We need to make this. You know what I'm gonna do is for now just copy. Oh wait, actually let's do all of this. Yank, and then yeah, there we go. Paste, paste. I wish I knew. I don't remember how to do multi-line in them. Now's a good time to learn. Save that. Let's see. All right, let's just yeah. How do you enter multi-line insert with them? And we're gonna try to follow this because reading it is making my brain hurt. So visual mode. Oh wait, it's visual line. We just want visual. Yeah, but that's it's selecting mode. I don't want that. I just want you enter multi cursor insert node with then external cursor insert node VS Code visual block provides equivalent functionality to sound inserts the class line. Cursor ability to enter visual block mode extends selection down lines that are pressed I or A. It appears only on first line initially. Press the save text applies across all selected lines. If I want to insert at like a specific part, you know what I mean? I guess I could do what I'm doing. What I could do is copy all the way to the end like that. No, because it's still gonna, yeah, I don't know. That's not gonna work. Like I'm just gonna make a mess. I'm gonna do this. Alright, you want to dig, and we're just gonna do what we were doing. Paste, paste, paste. Oh, the manually of it all. That's one thing I like about using them with VS Code is you could use functionality of VS Code and them at the same time with like custom key bindings. It was great. I considered just doing that too here, but I wanted to try it. I'm sure there's probably a way I can set it up where I would have like multi-line or multi-cursor port here, but I have not looked into it. So for now, all of these are just going to have the full card almost there, guys. I know this is exhilarating. If you're watching this recorded, definitely just skip past this part. Okay. Painless, right? Okay, there we go. Alright, so every card is now the full. Hurrah. We're gonna now go back and see if King of Wands, Ace of Cups, Four of Swords, yay! And it has the 150 pixel. I was right. So yeah, in Tailwind you can do this bracket syntax here, and it'll generate a custom class for you on the fly. And that is because, for anyone curious, I'm running the Tailwind CLI over here on this instance, which is this TW, and I'm telling it to output all of my classes to this output.css file and watch for changes. So every time I change the CSS within my project in here, it'll pick it up and automatically regenerate that output.css file. It's really cool. Super powerful. Yeah. So there we go. Everything is the full. Hurrah! Alright. I do not feel like changing all of those right now. So what I'm going to do is just call it where it is here. And yeah, we're going to exit that and we're going to save our progress. So yeah, we're going to add all of the index files here, the HTML and JS in one commit, and we're going to say add images for, oh wait, another thing we want to do is add the cards folder. There we go. All right, yeah, so now all of these are being tracked in this repository. And that is fine, that's what I want. So add images for all tarot cards using writer weight fictions. Shout out to Deske or Say or Sequa. Maybe it's Sequa. That sounds right, Sequa. For the tarot images and their awesome hierophant.app site. That we'll call it. There we go. It has been immortalized in this project. The source of these images. All right. Also want to update our styles, so we're going to add the remaining changes here, which is just that output.css, and we're going to say update style, just like that. All right. Yay, nothing left. Cool. And of course, we're going to shut these down. Exit, exit, boom. All right, everything is saved. We technically are not done with this, so I'm going to add some notes here. Finish updating the image name references in JS. The cards, your object array. And that's really it for that. Maybe add some margin to the top of the image or the div section it lives in, spacing, visual spacing reasons. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. So that's it. Yeah, if looks like we had 5 people kind of come in and be like, wait, this isn't a tarot reading, and then hop out, which is fine. But yeah, Cool. So if you're watching this later, thanks. Thank you for your support, for your time and energy and attention. If you like what I'm doing, check the links in the description of all my videos. If you want to book a tarot reading with me, I've got that capability in there. I also have an option on the Buy Me a Coffee link for my store there where you can do a single question reading and I'll record a video for you and send it to you. Yeah, so that's it. As always, thank you. Take care of yourself. Keep your heart open. Bye.